Hey everybody, my name is Dan Krull. I just want to let you know that I'm starting a podcast or whatever you want to call it. I'm actually just going to record it through Zoom and then post it on YouTube and post it on the Facebook pages, but typically it's a podcast, you could say. The podcast that I'm going to do is going to feature people from Britt and West Hancock and Kanawha. It's a passion of mine. West Hancock athletics. It's present, its future, and it's a lot of fun to dig into its past. We have so many great coaches and athletes and teams that I want to feature them and help preserve some of those memories and help people learn more about our community back in Britt and Kanawha. A little bit about me before I get started and kind of give you a basis of what the podcast is going to look like. I'm West Hancock class of 2005. So would have had my 15-year reunion last year. We didn't have it with COVID. I played football for Coach Sanger, played basketball, was out for track for Coach Sanger because he told me to be out, and kind of played baseball for 1 year. That was not pretty. I went to Central College, graduated from there in 2009. Was a student coach on the football team there, so I got to be with some of the Sangers there as well and coached a ward. I'm a teacher. This is my 10th year teaching. I am currently a 4th grade teacher at Interstate 35 schools. I'm married. My wife, Julie, is a 1st grade teacher at Interstate 35. And our twin boys, Caden and Quentin, are 6. They're in kindergarten. So why the podcast? Like I said, I love high school sports. I love West Hancock. I've lived in and taught at some schools, 4 schools now, down here in the Des Moines-ish area. They're great schools, great people, but still have not seen a place that replicates what West Hancock has. It's a special place, the Britt and Kanawha communities, and I just want to feature and showcase just what there is there. I mean, we have Coach Sanger, Coach Perkins, DeLeon, Coach Hudson, Denny Brum. I mean, Bob Steenledge was the first 4-time state champion in wrestling. There's just so many great athletes and coaches, like I said, from Britt, from West Hancock, from Kanawha, that we have to let people know, and it'll be a fun time to reminisce on the old times and keep people connected with each other. There's just such great community support at West Hancock. I made the record book for Coach Sanger's career last year and gave out about 500 copies of that, and it was just amazing to me the support people had for a project like that, and over $10,000 was raised for the Sanger Legacy Fund. And that's another thing I want this to do, is to help keep the Sanger Legacy Fund in people's minds, help people to give to that cause. And each week or every couple weeks when I do a podcast with the guests, I'm going to feature the Sanger Legacy Fund and encourage people to continue giving to help promote the fund and keep it going and help our kids at West Hancock and help the community. So not going to be real long on this podcast this morning. This is just kind of the intro. Just want to let you know that I'm doing this, and every time I do a podcast, I'm going to feature what's currently going on at West Hancock, what events and games are going to be coming up, how the teams have been doing. And like I said, I'm going to talk about the Sanger Legacy Fund and then just dig in with a guest. And I'm just letting you know that my first guest in a couple weeks will be Kevin Sanger, the oldest of the Sanger boys. He wants to join me, and I want to talk to him about what he remembers about his dad being the coach at Britt at West Hancock, what it was like playing for him, his memories of being a part of the program, and then his high school Hall of Fame nomination, and he's also in the Central College Hall of Fame. So there's going to be a lot of great stories to tell and to hear, and I think that'll be a great first episode talking to Kevin. And then the second episode will be a guy named Steve Everett Jr. His dad, Steve Everett, was the head football coach at Britt from 1955 to 1962. He's the second winningest coach in Britt West Hancock football history. At one point, he won 5 straight conference titles and was the 1962 Des Moines Register's Iowa Coach of the Year. I've been able to reach out to his son, who lives out in Colorado, and asked if he wanted to be a part of this, and he was very excited, very thrilled to be remembered by the Britt community. So he's really excited to share some stories about his dad, and I'm sure a lot of people in the community still remember his dad and remember Steve Jr. As he was a good athlete himself. So yeah, I'm going to post this here in a little bit. put it on the Britt page, and I'm hoping in a couple weeks, Kevin and I will be able to sit down via Zoom and have a great talk and share that with you guys. So thanks a lot. I hope to get a lot of support, and I'll have people want to watch this, and we can have a good time reminiscing about Britt, Kanawha, and West Hancock athletics. Have a good one, everyone.